New basic designs, Eve. Yes, basic design will begin in 7 hours, and I actually took the day tomorrow off
Oh,
because I can do that because I'm a shitlord. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Where's All the Data episode. Fuck if I know.
it's a good question. It's a good question though.
Fucking
Where's all
episode.
the data? I think it's 9. Shall we call it 9? It's wrong. I can tell you that
I
much.
think it might be 9. I know we did play Vile Flesh, and I have no intention of doing that. We may do it as like the lost episode. We're on map 3 of episode 3. Last week we discussed that we discussed that
Okay, look, I'll be honest. I was actually halfway through our run through of it before I realized this is full of where's all the data. I was totally confused. I hadn't had my breakfast. I was just about the days. I was slagging people off left, right, and center. Like, hang on a second. It's being broadcast. Oh shit. So, this is pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Last week we discussed that E3M2 is a fucking good map, and fuck everybody who hates it.
But it is. That having been said, I kind of dislike Pandemonium.
I think Pandemonium's a fine map. I think it might be the most overrated map in Doom, but I
There we
think
go. That's probably better to say. I mean, there's nothing really that strikes my fancy. Not so much that I just like it. Yeah. It feels like the spillover map, the one that was from E2, but you know they had to fill the quota, so they had to jam some textures in there. And
honestly the like that damaging sector by the blue armor has
then
always,
none of E3 feels like that, or very little of it does. Okay, no, I'm wrong there. I mean, map 1, 2, Mount Erebus. I guess, okay, actually, I'm fucking wrong on all fronts. It's pretty much just this map. Mind of Sandy. Oh, and there goes my New Year's resolution not to swear.
Why'd you make a New Year's resolution not to swear?
Because, you know, I like to, entertain the notion that I'm at least in some capacity a wordsmith, so it's handy you can
Okay, but
use more useful adjectives in place of fucking piss and shit.
okay, but
That's,
we
you know,
can objectively agree that fuck is easily in
well,
like
it's a good word. No, that's not what I mean. Swearing is well within anyone's entitlement to do, and I encourage it. You know, go on a swearathon if you must, if you can, please do. But you know, there's a time and a place to withhold the cursage.
there is,
And,
but see, some things like
damaging water, by the way.
like fuck is easily like a top 10 word in the English language. Easily.
No, I think we've discussed in the past.
We have,
How
but
perfectly constructed it is, you know.
yes.
The confidence, the building of the pressure on the air, the landing on the K. Doesn't it get any better than that, Captain?
Can we discuss how terrible of a fucking flat that skull thing is and how it's thankfully used like 2 times in all the Iowa?
I think it works in sloppy. Oh, you're talking about the texture or the flat?
The flat.
The flat.
Yeah.
Flat. Yeah. It's difficult to pair that with anything.
But I mean, with fuck, I mean when Peyton Manning's scoring touchdowns, they don't bench him. You don't not play Aaron Rodgers because he's too good of a quarterback. You use it, just like fuck. You have one of the best things at your disposal. You utilize it. Inescapable water death pit. I approve. Also, the texturing in this entire area. And going back to what you were talking about and it being weird, texture-wise, I would just like to point out that the Startan hallway in the next map is probably the weirdest fucking instance of texturing in Doom, in my opinion.
It is. Was it? Where was Sultan even used in E2? To be honest. So I have a sneaking suspicion that it was not that much.
I don't think it was. I can't honestly think of any instances of Startan being used in E2.
Also, is your Yeti playing up? Or is this my sound settings just bugging me
It
out?
might be your sound settings. Is it really fucked up? Like how fucked up?
Wobbly.
Oh, hold up. I think I might know the issue. How about now?
It's better. Thank you, Tarnsman.
Okay. I think I flicked the switch that fucked it up.
That That fire room with the lava floor is kind of Romero-esque, and I need to make some organic shapes, so I'll just drag vertices around.
It is, and I actually, in a Romero map that is not in Doom the way it did, it's surprisingly something you'd never expect to see a Romero map in, but I'm not going to say what it's in. I actually made a room like that for Romero.
You did?
Yeah.
The Yetis are playing up again, by the way.
They are? Did I...
Huh. The abominable assholes.
Hold up, I'm going to try something. 1 second, I'll be right back. Is that better?
Oh, hi. It's a rupture in my eardrums.
Thanks for rupturing your... Is that better?
No.
No?
No.
Is that better?
Yes? I think you'd have to provide me with a sentence a little longer than just 3 words.
57 children all fucked Santa Claus because he didn't give...
Okay. Mommy, not... Okay, no, that's not better.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Neither was the content of your sentence. No.
I'd need more feedback than that. Then it's warbly. Is that better?
Phasing in and out as you trapped between dimensions. I don't know.
I don't know.
The sound is momentarily there, then otherwise insubstantial.
The sound is momentarily there, but then otherwise it's insubstantial. What would be causing that? I'm going to assume it's Skype, because Skype sucks. House of Lame.
Is that so? Interesting discovery, as many folks might know, because it's recently pointed out, it something similar to that. Modeled after the appearance of the human anatomy in parts. Apparently has stomach and lungs. You have to look at the order map and inspect that. I guess it's only in the north. It sort of twists around. Maybe intestinal, I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
The layout of the map.
I just discovered that.
Arranged roughly, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you seeing it?
No. It's a secret. It's actually not marked secret, though. It's really fucking obvious. I don't apologize for not finding it. I will never apologize for the human race.
It's quite arrogant of you.
It is.
Yeah, that you're the creator or something.
Well, I am God, so, you know.
Fucking asshole.
Okay, so it's modeled after the human, and that's kind of weird. God, episode 3 just start, like... People talk about episode 2 having, like, this weird or episode 4 having this difficulty drop-off. I think episode 3 has a worse difficulty drop-off.
Yeah, and in the same places, incidentally. I mean,
yeah,
M1 isn't that difficult, but E2, if you don't play it right, sorry, M2 really starves you.
It does. And then you get to these maps and it's just easy as pie. At least M6 of E4 is pretty hard.
Also, can we talk about how, if this map's layout really was intended to be modeled after body parts like that, how Sandy's skill as a child's artist, you know, drawing children's... He drew a perfectly decent hand in M2, and then just fucking 2 maps later, fell by the complete wayside.
Actually, hold up. I think I see the stomach.
Yes, but that's the thing. You think you see the stomach.
No, actually, no. I do see it now, and I see the... Okay. It's the whole map, because look. Alright, that's the head, and this is, like, the tubes going down, you know, the breathing and food tube. I don't remember the name for them right now because I'm retarded. Here are the lungs. Esophagus, thank you. Esophagus, that's what I was trying to think of. Then here's the stomach. And then you go into the intestine. It loses. It just totally fucking falls apart after the stomach.
Apart, yeah. I guess he wasn't supposed to try and make it so perfectly representative. It took even the wider community a good deal of time to figure that out.
Why is the ceiling randomly lowered? This whole fucking is my mic still all fucked, by the way?
No, it's fine. Hello there.
Oh, okay. What the fuck is with this random triangle of... Oh, it's the faces being limited. Anyways, this hallway is so weird. I always thought you could get in there where all that blood and bodies are.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I have this.
So in the texture hierarchy, assuming that they all faced off in some intergalactic war, which texture would you back to win? Skinlow or Fire Blue?
That'd be fucking a tough, like... We're talking, you know, trench warfare, World War I, the lines never moving for like 8 years going on there between those two.
They scroll.
Yeah. Oh, they scroll?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to give it to skin.
Scrolling Skinlow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Skinlow.
Superior.
Yeah, no, if they didn't scroll, I'd say Fire Blue would win that, but scrolling, Skinlow wins.
Oh boy. By contrast, static, non-scrolling, that soul wall face thing
Is the worst texture ever.
No, the best. Better than all the rest. Simply the best.
If it's used as an inlet, I hate it. If it's a structural texture, oh my god.
This is what I mean. I'm pretty sure there was a map in N1 or N2.
Yes, it was an N2. You walked into the room and you like... Oh my god.
Some things just need to be stopped and appreciated. So how does this map play? Well, let's see. It's linear as fuck, which doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's could easily be a good thing. I kind of like it.
Honestly, I think it's the worst.
I think Hellbent actually likened it to a like an Indiana Jones map. You know, it's just linearity, presents one puzzle after the other. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
For me, it is. I mean, when I said I like the sort of linearity aspect of it, I don't actually much like the map as a whole.
No, I was gonna say that I actually think it's probably my least favorite map in E4 or E3.
I mean, everything from the fact that, it's supposedly modeled after the human anatomy for a part, but then falls apart. It otherwise doesn't really have any overarching theme or something that strings it together.
I don't know, but I've never been in this area.
Fucking Tarnsman. I think this is where you first get the BFG. Wait, no.
No, I got it last map.
Yeah.
But this room was pretty interesting because you could see the switch, even though it's in a pit. Hey, it's the room that Sandy ripped himself off for Dead Sea.
Oh, yeah. Also, this area looks shit. Total excrement, even by Sandy's standards.
How do I...
In fact, this probably is his poorest looking map, if I must be honest.
House of Pain looks like garbage, yeah. House of Pain is like Jerry Seinfeld doing Sandy. What's the deal with Sandy maps? So, map, 17. The tenements has that whatchamacallit part to it.
Yeah, it certainly has that part.
The ending part that Essel hates.
Yes.
I think in terms of like pointless waste of time, that's like the switch puzzle there. I don't know. It just always like I remember figuring out really easily as a kid. It just seemed like I don't know, like of all the random Sandy things to do, that switch puzzle's always just bothered me more than anything else in Doom. I don't know why.
Huh. I'm kind of surprised to know that you actually took the time to memorize which switches open what doors there in this map.
No, I don't. I have zero idea what does what. I just hit switches and like it happens immediately. That's why I say it's
Well,
like in the random process of hitting switches, I've never gotten stuck there for like longer than like a millisecond. Is why I say it's super pointless.
Well, I think I've remarked before, particularly Ken used Duke 3D as a means to see how properly this should be done when you're doing problem solving and stuff like that. Or actually, even no, but Duke 3 does it for a different reason. But when you solve a puzzle, you have to feel like you've actually accomplished something rather than just endured whatever it is that's been thrown at you until you've happened upon the right, conclusion. So just flipping switches until something works. Unless it's done unless it's just can be done so quickly, like Duke 3D's 3-switch combination bullshit. Feels like you're engaging in something, but it only lasts for 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, and that's how most Sandy
this one here,
puzzles.
this map is just hopeless. Like, I don't go, whoa, yeah, I used my brain there to resolve a problem. I didn't. I just flipped switches until the way was revealed.
Okay, but that's what I do, except it never lasts for, like, longer than, however long you can physically move through at the quickest speed possible. It doesn't feel like it holds me up. I have never been here.
What's wrong with you?
There's so many places in Doom E3 that I've just never been to.
There is a light amp secret that I discovered here fairly recently.
Why is this room a secret? How did I get here? I didn't even know that this side of the map existed.
I don't know, but you love it, really.
Oh, I do. I really like it. I like this map. I know a lot of people hate it. I don't think it's an issue.
No, I like it. I'm happy for it to have an idea behind it, other than the last map, which is just so hoggledy-poggledy. Is that a word? It is now.
Hoggledy-poggledy? Sure, it's a word. I know exactly. See, this is the great thing about the English language, is you just made up bullshit, and I immediately knew what you were talking about. Like, if hoggledy-poggledy was a real word and I didn't know what it meant, I know what it meant. What the fuck is this? Okay, I'm literally discovering, like, half
What if I then told you that it actually meant the transubstantiation of wafers?
I'd be like, wow, that's fucking weird. Thanks, English, for being awesome.
Chalk right up to the English language.
See, that's what, yeah, English, it either means exactly what you think it means, or it means nothing fucking close. And if it means nothing fucking close, you're just like, I like the sound of that word, and I'm gonna use it now and sound smart.
So I just realized how fucking weird that teleporter is that takes you away from that blood maze.
The one that's covered in water?
Fire blue and has a water border around
Well,
it.
Fire blue is actually used
That's
several...
a step.
Fire blue and water go together really well, and they're actually used several times together. Okay, I want to go back over to that area because I haven't...
There's a door, secret, inside of the unholy cathedral in the middle of the map. Sky open. That I also there's actually a heck lot of secrets in this map that I haven't discovered recently. I think I must have gone on a Ultimate Doom binge to try and uncover all the secrets that I've missed at some point and succeeded.
That's what I did for E1 and half of E2, and I kind of regret it.
Before you inevitably just went, bleh.
Yeah, that's how I generally, like, if I'm like, I'm gonna do something like that, because I'm extremely fucking lazy, I'll just be like, yay, I'm doing it, and then I'll just stop, like, halfway through and be like, no, I'm not finishing it. I could do something more productive with my time, like make money. Something really weird is that Sandy bothered to hide all of this. Also, these wall inlets are just generally really fucking weird. And I talked in length about it when we were discussing
I love metal.
Doom 2 the way it did, is that we don't have enough random like P-WAD-y detailing that you wouldn't expect to see in an IWAD map that's just there.
Oh yeah, the fire inlets. Yeah, I was just waiting to see what you were talking about there as I put up on the stream. Yeah, that's something that I would without thinking about, without being given a moment to think about it properly, would probably assume to be.
Finish your statement.
P-WAD-ing. Sorry, momentary distraction.
Like, yeah, if you saw that in a Doom the way X did map, you'd be like, no, get rid of that. That teleport I just walked into, I need to go back here. That teleporter right here, you're gonna see when it's the one surrounded by red wall when you eventually catch up. In Rex's Inferno is my favorite fucking teleporter because it literally teleports you to where I'm fighting this Baron instead of away in the map. Like, it is the most worthless teleporter to ever exist in a Doom map. It takes you a grand total of maybe 128 map units.
I'm fairly certain that that was the crush that Dime got crushed on once.
Yeah, Dime got crushed in there. Huh. I didn't realize that those switches all did different things. I thought you needed to hit all three of them to lower the key. You learn something new every day.
Like Hoggledy Poggledy.
Hogglety-pogglety is my favorite word. Hogglety-pogglety also murdered my entire family.
Now you have just a vendetta against wafers and all that they stand for.
I do. How do I get in there? I want to get in there, but I don't know how.
I don't know, but the art of just making the entire ceiling of a massive lights needs to come back.
I don't have a problem.
Everything is lights.
Yeah, I know. I like that a lot. I think it is. It's not just a lost art. I feel like it's a. There's so many inlets in this map. I'm just really admiring it and how much like both Doom the way it did needed like a 5-year review period before being published.
This main area is so moody. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Such atmosphere.
There's a switch in this BFG secret by the exit that breaks the map in vanilla because it like raises the entire map by 8 or something. But you can only hit it from inside the monster closet. It's a 0 tag switch.
Oh, I hadn't really thought of this map when I was considering the question of whether or not it would allow the map to continue after you'd already reached the exit point, which of course is something I ultimately did for map 27 of Doom the way it did. And this is actually the case here.
Yeah, no. I like it. I never had a problem with the end of, sure, I had a problem with the question of whether or not id would let there be a Spider Mastermind, as fucking pointless as that, but...
We needed another boss monster, man. We were lacking them.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a boss. That was more like a sand...
Dude.
Okay, I like the concept of Sandy stuck that there, and then, like, Doom got released, and, like, nobody at id even knew about that, and, like, Romero was just playing the map and like all of a sudden discovered it and was like, what? This is stupid. How could you do that? And like, oh well, the game's already released. Nothing we can do about it.
Well, you can think of it that way if you like, but just so long as you know that it was entirely intentional on my part.
Oh, no, I know that's what I'm saying. Like, Sandy intentionally put it there, like, look what I'm gonna do, and like...
Look what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. This invulnerability is so worthless. No, go away, Baron. I wanna... Do I have a saw? I don't, but I have a regular punch. I'm gonna weaker than the pistol this Baron to death. It worked. Oh wait, did I have a berserk? I think I picked up I must have picked up a berserk. Okay, now you said there was a sky secret out here?
Oh, yeah, there is a door, situated on one of the walls. I can't remember where exactly, so wall hunting for it is probably going to be a waste of time. I'm not even sure there's anything useful inside it. It's only miraculous because, as there's no adjacent sector that has a lowered height, it opens all the way up into the sky.
I want it.
You want it? You could sneakily IDDT or something.
I'm not gonna be a cheating McCheat fuck.
That's the thing that doesn't really count as cheating after you've had the game for like so many fucking decades. Well, 2. Well, probably less than that.
Yeah, 2. I was a cheating McCheat fuck. That's fucking glorious. I discovered that exists. I want to know how to get into there, but oh well. I'm gonna finish 7 for fucking 7 for 10 is probably like 15 more secrets. You hate this? Fuck off, dude. This map is awesome. Dude, I defend I think E3's great.
There are a few folks in IRC who are also claiming that they never knew about that sky secret.
I like this map. I think it's a good map, and the next map is my favorite map in E3. I fucked up some south sides there. I did. Mount Air. This structure is the best fucking thing.
I'll believe it. Come from the guy who used Bloodfall as a structural texture. Oh wait, so did I. Fuck.
I've also used that as a structural texture.
What haven't you used?
Skin low.
It was an invitation. Also, how difficult would it be to use skin low, since its height is like 101 units?
It's 112.
Or something, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a fucked up.
Slightly less retarded. I'm disappointed it isn't 101.
It would crash the game.
We could test someone's structural capability by getting everything aligned perfectly using a texture set that had just the worst numbers to work with. Here's a texture that's 91 units tall.
If everything was fucked up though, like it would work, because like there would be a method to the shittiness. If that makes any sense. For the longest time, I only knew how to get to the secret exit in this map, and I only knew how to get to it by clipping into it. Mount Airburus in
Can
Limbo.
you say that again, Tarnsman?
Mount Airburus.
Okay, he's being deliberate this time,
Yeah.
but this is a room with steps.
It is.
It exists because
Sandy Peterson deemed it to be a thing.
Sandy Peterson.
I fucked this up. God, there's so many maps in Doom that, like, when I played them as a child, I was so upset that they, like, didn't keep going on. And this is one of them. Pretty much every Romero map in Doom 2 was also the same way. Like, I got so upset when I got to the end of them. And then any Plutonia map that was ripping off a Doom 2 Romero map, I was also equally upset.
Well, you have since remarked that you wouldn't mind playing an entire Megawad that was comprised entirely of catwalk-style Romero Doom 2 maps.
I would play the fuck out of it, make it happen.
Presumably, you would be disappointed when those 32 maps ended as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Fire blue.
I love how the exit door flanks the teleporter in the exit. It's such a great texture combination. I mean, it's not as good as Paul Corfiatis' magnum opus, but... This map is awesome, and fuck everyone who hates it.
Limbo is actually the perfect map. I have a love-hate relationship with it, simply because of what Dis is. Like, Limbo is the perfect map that precedes an ultimate map, right? It feels like you're sort of unlocking a gate to get to some sort of major encounter, but the major encounter turns out to be Dis, and so I resent Limbo for putting me into that state of mind before I reach the map.
Okay,
map in itself,
but
like,
if you had to play Dis and the Spider Mastermind in Dis was replaced with Brunhilde...
Okay, that is her name, whether or not it's true.
I don't know what her name was, so I just...
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde.
Like, okay, just
It was either Brunhilde or it was like Grungiselle or something like that.
Fucking half sister of Rumpelstiltskin or something. I don't know. But without the hair, just brains.
Just brains. This
Flowing
secret,
down behind her locks,
I'm just discovering exists along.
So the two little bridges that drop into the the two little bridges that drop into the blood before you pick up the blue key. That's more evidence, I think, of the design being centered around you being unable to run, or the player not being expected to be running at all times. Because it's pathetic, really. I mean, that's a width of what, 1 meter.
I don't know. Let's see how quickly I can walk across that. When the fuck did that door open? Okay, that's new. This map. If this map was merged with Courtyard, you'd get Rock King's map 18, I think. No, you don't even take damage walking across it.
So what is it for? Shits and giggles, I guess.
Yeah, it's literally, I think, just because they felt like doing it. There's so much just because in Doom that you're really going to question it?
No.
Okay. SL Fortium brings up the best female character in a game, Granny Faggot, from Limbo of the Lost.
Yeah, incidentally, from one of the greatest games of all time, bar none.
Yeah, Limbo of the Lost was an amazing game.
You owe it to yourself
To play it.
this game.
All the way to the end, mind you, because the last 2/5 of the game, well, actually the last
It culminates.
six,
It culminates.
the last 6/13 of the game, I would say, are pretty spectacular.
It's quite a specific.
Or 7/13, because it's
Is that rushing to lift?
no, it's a lift.
So I can't hear it.
Yeah. Because now that bridge serves a point. So throw it back to E201. Because the culmination of Chapter 3 onward is just fucking spectacular in Limbo of the Lost.
Did you find that barrel on the lift simply because you could find a barrel on the lift?
Yes, I did. Do you have a
Because
issue?
there's a clause in the Tarnsmanical contract that says that I shall not fight barons with a single shotgun if I can avoid it.
Yeah, but that Baron was on a call.
Good grief. Can just picture him now. Baron as a financial advisor. Well, I guess he's too busy baking cakes for the troops, so that wouldn't really count. Still, you can, go to work and as a baker, dressed in your suit, if it really pleases you. I guess you'd be sending the wrong impression to customers, but there you are. These are formally well-made, business-style cakes. Oh, hi.
Business-style cakes?
Well, you said the Baron was on a call, so I was just thinking, what might that Baron look like? But we know the Barons are bakers, the bakers of hell. So,
Oh, yes.
I'm just trying to pair these two images, and I'm saying, well, it's not entirely out of grasp. Also, for those of you who are interested in picking up a new holiday, well, I mean, it's not really a new holiday because it's simply replacing an existing one. New Year's Day no longer exists. I mean, it does exist in the sense it's the first day of the new year, but it shall now be known as Basic Design Has Failed Day, or Basic Design Day, to honor the 1st of January playthrough of Rex's Episode 3, in which Basic Design did indeed fail spectacularly. And Tarnsman remarked so.
About the failings of designs that are...
In block capitals.
In full block capitals. I have since then...
In bold, italicized, underscore.
I have since then reached the depths of the shit, and, frankly, Rex's Inferno was, no, it was still shit.
Bethilda? Bethesda.
Bethesda? Is this in Bethesda, Maryland?
I'll leave Tarnsman to entertain the troops for about 2 minutes while I go off and accomplish some where's all the data? Thingamajiggamies.
Stuffing your face with food.
Higgledy-poggledies. Wafers, yes. It's alright. Insubstantiated.
Mm. Okay, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what the fuck that thing was in the background. Like, I didn't realize there were buildings. And, you can't see it now because the H is in front of it, but there's, like, the sun casting on the top of a pyramid spire on a skyscraper, and I thought that was like an evil eye coming out of the smoke, and this was some like massive mechanical demon head or something. I don't know, I was a kid, but I didn't think it was a city, and I thought the spike the rabbit head's on was Doomguy's arm. Thy flush consumed. The alignment in this room is the best.